up in game number 3?
Maybe Rafflesia more so than Marky. There is a chance Rafflesia would come in instead of Greed. But I feel like because of the fact that the Khufra is no longer available pick for Rafflesia, maybe that's why we've seen him a little bit, as Rafflesia is still just trying to adjust to newer tank picks here.
As we head on over towards the Land of Dawn to witness game number 2, potentially the last game in this best-of-3 series if Onic PH closes it out. A little bit of an aggressive posture here from Onic PH in the mid lane. Seeing Jay in the back lines, having the Jeet Kundo available, will be invading towards the back lines to try to delay Hades or JP from even securing any buff. Jay just making it a hard time for Greed. We see the positioning of Hated there. Deterring Hades. They're forcing Hades in a tough spot.
That's really bad because Benedetta just got the purple buff without a problem. Hades hasn't even been able to start the purple just yet. Look at the pressure coming in from Onic right now. Even if Jay gets taken out there, that's already a win for them. Good thing Jay was able to get away. The stun lands, but Benedetta is just having a good time here. I think might have just leashed a little bit for the orange, trying to steal it away, but Lancelot, Hades was able to get back in time.
Yeah, and he is stealing away the smaller camps, make it a little bit harder, just a little bit, for Hades to start farming up, as the top lane matchup is a Brody and a Uranus.
Oh, so we're not seeing the marksman going up one against another, actually.
Jay will connect with the third Jeet Kundo, not getting the knockup, but the first blood by Kyrie. He arrives just in time, reaches level 4 to deliver the finishing blow, and will chip the HP of this top lane inhibitor top lane turret.
Man, Jay, just how far he's pushing into the side of Aura PH. He's just literally one man who looks like an army right now to Aura. The moment they see Jay, they're just afraid that there are members of Onic nearby making a play or preparing for a play or a setup that Jay could provide, but it's not. That's not the case, and what the case is right now is that top tower is going down real quick. Benny Cutie cannot defend this. Benedetta uses the Electo final blow, gets the stun with the second skill, and that is a kill for the Uranus. That Brody, Benny Cutie, taken out, and I feel like this is already starting to spell the end for Aura PH. That's 2 quick kills onto Benny Cutie. Hades hasn't been able to farm up well enough. That's Benedetta getting a kill and then an assist. That's a really horrible start for Aura PH.
Yeah, Kilowatt traded out for Iacto in the bottom lane, but they're still giving a lot of space for the mid lane here. It's Kyrie getting in the space that he needs thanks to this Valor, thanks to this show. And because of the consecutive ganks that are happening left from right, we cannot see Hades really post up here. Jay is looking to disrupt Hades there. This is the beauty of the Onic macro. They're not just focusing on objectives, they're focusing on their opponent's objectives as well.
The good thing about Aura PH though is that they still have JP to rest on. So if you actually look at it on Aura PH, you have 3 cores. They have 3 core options. They have the Brody, they have the Harith, and then they have the Lancelot. So even if the Lancelot or the Brody takes way too much time to farm up, if JP was able to farm up well enough and he avoids dying, maybe he can keep racking up the assist, maybe a kill here or 2. It could be big as Greed spots out the Lar, but that's already a level 5 Uranus there. Gonna be tough to take him down with Aura PH still lacking items and Onic PH having a 1.4, 1.5k gold lead.
Yeah, and the turtle will be spawning in a minute 30 seconds. That is where Onic is leaning in towards. They want to start pushing over the mid lane as the Hurricane Dance pins Hated to the wall. Kyrie, final blow, not enough, not catching anybody. Still manages to out-duel Greed there on that Yakai. Trades it 1 for 1.
The slows and the burst damage coming from the Benedetta way too much, and just as I said it happened. JP was able to get a kill there, so now Onic PH has to be careful about that. They have to acknowledge that there are 3 potential cores here, and Aura PH has Kyrie and Hades going one-on-one, and Kyrie's damage is just way too much. Here comes Jay coming in, but Benny Cutie's there to try to protect him, but let's see if this Brody is going to be enough to help out Hades. Hades teleporting away. He cannot recall away from this right now. Onic PH are creeping close to the carry of Aura. Let's see how they're going to play this as JP coming in.
Greed in the backlines though, has the Hurricane Dance available, but the HPs are already melting on the side of Aura. Already a double kill for Kyrie. Potentially going to be a third as Iaknu goes for the Blazing Duet to clear out the minion waves. Jay still wanting to kick Hades right in towards the face of Onic PH.
Aura, oh my, not a good start. They were able to trade out and find a small win there in the mid, but then again, Aura just could not catch a break. Every time, or the time that Aura was finally able to do something to try to get a little bit of control back, Onic takes it away, sweeps the rug from under their feet. Calamity Reaper, though, already picked up by JP, should help him out a little bit more with dealing damage and finds us a third potential damage option. But what we saw there in your screen near the bottom was that Kyrie just picked up the turtle, already 4-0-1. And this Benedetta on the way to a Blade of Despair as Dilar trying to contest this, but Aura are going to be able to secure that without a problem.
I like how Onic PH just consistently started bullying. They started completely bullying Hades at the start of the game, having a hard time securing the buff. Every time that Hades wants to secure a buff, there's always a member of Onic PH who will try to stop him, and at the same time, it forces Aura PH to collapse on towards Hades to keep him alive as much as possible. Jay looking to do the same thing here. Will not be able to steal that, but gives a lot of space. They committed a lot of bodies towards that purple buff. They gave away the tier 1 inhibitor, tier 1 turret in the bottom lane.
Yeah, and that's farm for the Benedetta. That's money for the Benedetta. And that's a big problem for Aura PH here. But now we're seeing their rotation, their main damage dealers rotating more and more, knowing that, okay, individually we're still lacking in items, but maybe together we can take down 2 or 3. That's a good call here by Aura PH to try to compensate, but that's going to be J-Spot out. Green with a Hurricane Dance, the damage coming in, and a burst damage kill there onto the guy from the Brody, but now Hated on the run. Black Dragon form to chase him down. Killawash takes down that Valir. Electro, final blow. Kyrie gets that Thorned Rose, but Hades able to use the dash away to escape from the Electro final blow damage of Kyrie.
Dilar pushing the bottom side though. It was a 2-for-0 trade. Potentially wanting to trade the turret, but I like how they regained the lane priority over the bottom lane as the turtle is spawning in 15 seconds. Dilar and the rest of RPH wants to go for the pincher maneuver here to catch JP and Greed. The Zama Force has already been committed. They're going to have to back off as the turtle should go into the hands of Onic.
So now we're seeing here, yeah, Aura PH has a lot of damage dealers, and yes, they started going together, and in a team fight at a skirmish, yeah, they really hurt, but they're sacrificing map control. Onic PH are just playing this right, knowing that, okay, we're probably going to lose in a team fight or a skirmish because of just the sheer damage Aura PH can bring out at this point. Let's just win it by taking control of the maps. Okay, maybe we'll sacrifice one in a team fight, but then let's make Aura lose a tower time and time again. But now Onic needs to secure that bottom tower as they're trying to greed already, taking a lot of damage. Here comes the Blazing Duet with a play, using the BMI to go in, but Iaknu even able to get out.
Oh,
no,
almost.
but Cutie catches him out. The knockup is there for Killawashes. Huge jump, but Dilar on the run. Dilar down, killing spree for Killawash. 3-0-2. Aura PH are fighting back, are biting back. But just how much can they keep this up? They haven't broken a tower just yet. It's already the 8-minute mark.
That was a little bit of a cocky initiate there by Onic PH. Could have been avoided. Iaknu did his best with the BMI and the Blazing Duet. It wasn't enough. The damage output still isn't there, as Jay is the next target here for Aura PH, being chased down by JP, Hades, and Greed. The Hurricane Dash is available for Greed, but will not commit it just yet. A rotation from Onic PH towards the top side. The top lane turret is not going to go down.
Oh, fine. Oh,
it does. It still does.
Good thing, Minion Waves.
Yeah.
Give a promotion for that one cannon, because the one that one siege minion, because at least Aura was able to break it. It would have been really heartbreaking if they didn't.
Yeah, but the cannon already fell down. He's not going to be seeing his family anymore.
Oh, why did you have to make it sadder than it had to be, Nomad? But okay, Aura PH should be happy. Yes, they're still behind. Yes, they have to claw their way back. But then again, the nature of their lineup. Really, just play it right, play it smart, and then it'll get to the point because of all that 3-core setup that you have there. That's really going to hurt Onic PH into the late game.
Look at the difference in the economy, though. 7,000 on the Benedetta.
Oh, man.
Where is Lancelot? But where is Lancelot? Indeed, he goes for the Thorned Rose. Hades secures the kill, the first kill for himself.
Greed just picking up that anti-Cuirass is going to help mitigate some of the damage that Onic PH can deal out. So what's happening now is that you're getting The lesser amount, of course, in Onic PH. Their damage is getting a little bit reduced by the anti-cuirass, whereas Aura PH, with their 3 damage setup, they should be fine. Actually, as this game stretches on, it's going to be really hard for Onic PH to make this work.
Yeah.
Jay needs to get some really good pickoffs, as well as Iyakne with the Blazing Duets.
Jay needs that, but Greed prevents that from happening. As JP gets a brunt of the damage, Blazing Duet. I don't know why you would dive into 4 members, but you dished out a lot of damage.
Oh!
There goes the killing spree. Brody's passive more than enough, and this is Aura PH biting back. It's a trade for a trade, a kill for a kill, 1 for 2, but an eye for an eye will not happen as a double kill occurs here. 3 for the side of Onic PH, down for the count.
You smell that? I kind of smell something cooking. Is that roasted hedgehog? Because Onic PH are getting cooked by by the Aura Fire right now. That's not Aura Fire, but maybe you can't say Aura Fire, but just replace an F with a PH, so technically Aura Fire. But yeah, Aura PH now on a roll, gonna be able to take down this Lord, and as Kyrie has other plans, uses the Electro Final Blow to space out the members of Aura PH, and now Onic are wanting to go for this Lord. Jay with a knockup, Benny QT and JP are quite low, take damage for the Lord, get knocked up with the Lord. Jay is there for the disrupt, he won't be able to steal this away, so he's secured by Aura. Aura are just gonna back off, but Jay's
gonna be paying the price, manages to survive. Nobody falls down in that fight. Onic PH wants to punish Aura PH. The Electro Final Blow connects on the Benny Cutie. That's already a 2 members down. This is a bottom lane turret going down without a problem at all. Sealing away the orange buff as well. They will be able to siege this inhibitor turret. Jace in the back line has the Wave the Dragon prepared and ready. The Blazing Duet takes down Kilowatt. And now the end might potentially be near for Aura as the base is being pushed out. Greed with the Hurricane downs pushes everybody back. Hades, no HP for himself. They are trying their best to clear out the minion waves, but the HPs are incredibly low. It's just going to be Hades on his own. Goes for the Thorn Rose, gets a lot of HP, but look at the members of Onic falling down over saying their welcome.
Hades, the Demon King right now, saves it for Aura PH, able to take down that siege minion. It was just one tiny siege minion, and the Lord says, Aura, I got you. I'm gonna break this 3rd tower here. Onic PH, so close yet so far. Hades, and especially Greed, with the Akai, buying time, saves it. And Aura, no liar, still on fire. Oh man,
it is still alive. The dream, I mean, from Aura. They still want their tournament life to be meaningful here and potentially face off against Bren. Onic PH, they need to start fighting real quick here. JP foresees Zama for strike pick up. The Hurricane Dance from behind! Greed! Beautiful positioning from himself. There goes the Black Dragon form being committed by Kilowatt, but they will be able to trade out the tier 2 inhibitor, the tier 2 turret, I mean, over in the bottom lane. Iyakne force a BMI out. JP starting to become the primary problem here for Onic PH as they start sieging out their side. They secure a kill on that Claude. That's the burst damage that they needed. That's the wave clear that they needed as well. He's gone for the next 50 seconds.
Main damage option for Onic PH. Kyrie's still alive though, but now Onic PH are feeling the fire, feeling the burn, and feeling the 3 damage core set up by Aura PH. Shaman Force already committed. That's going to be the tier 3 tower down in the mid. Electro Final Blow in the back, but Kilowatt is really low. Killing spree for Kyrie. That's going to be a 1-for-1, 1-for-2 trade so far. Actually, no, just a 1-for-1. As Kyrie's still alive. Kyrie trying to do the damage. Look at Kyrie right now going wild, but Benny QT going down. Kilowatt, Benny QT down. JP, Shaman Force, Dilar trying to get away from this, and he does. He survives. Kyrie survives as well in the brink of death. Onic PH are holding on. Don't count them out. We've seen them in 2 final series, and it feels like deja vu. I feel like I'm seeing the finals again.
Bro, did you see that micro by Kyrie though? He was 1 HP away from falling down, and he still manages to dash out of there just in the nick of time. And this, yeah, just like what you said, we are seeing a recap of the finals of Season 4 and Season 5. It's a close fight. Onic does not want to give up. Good on Aura PH to finally equalize the lane priority here, and then some. But here comes another dim sum here for Greed as he takes down Valier. Iyakne still alive. Electro Final Blow being committed over in the back lines. They're trying to go for Greed, and instead they focus on Hades. Bodies upon bodies
JP.
upon bodies. 1-4-2 trade. D-Lar overstaying his welcome.
Oh, no.
Aura still fighting. Kyrie needs to survive this fight, and he will not get the connection on to that blender and Thunder.
3
Thousand
down.
powder.
3 down for Onic PH. A minion wave coming in. Aura PH could end it here and force it. Game number 3 though. Kyrie has a lot of good minion waves clear. Uses the electrify to blow to clear.
Look at the damage!
What the hell did Kyrie just do? Without a knife for a knife. Secures the stun.
look at
Secures
it!
the damage. And then Jay with a way of the dragon. What the hell just
Kyrie's
happened?
still alive.
Here comes
Jay's
the
the
dragon,
back
though.
lines.
Kilowatts into the back line. Aura PH still trying to end it. Beniku's is still alive. One more minion.
What?
One more minion wave there. As Onic PH
still alive.
somehow holding on. They have held on. Aura PH hasn't ended it just yet. Onic magic on work right now. Kyrie with one of the craziest defensive plays I've seen. Jay as well following it up. Wow.
What the hell was that from Onic PH? 2 times in a row, they managed to stop the aggression from RPH.
Kyrie, call him nephew, too young to be uncle,
Jay.
but here comes the dad, JP, Mate's dad. Can he get a steal there? No, secured by Onic PH.
And they're trying to push forward here. The Greed takes down Kyrie, the problem on the side of RPH. Greed is low on HP. Hades needs to secure this buff, and he will be able to secure that. Lord will start pushing it over towards the bottom side of things. Onic PH needs to start focusing on other objectives. Top lane needs to be equalized as well as mid lane.
Lord marching down bottom, but Kyrie is down for Onic PH. I don't think Onic can end it just yet. Maybe somehow if Iaknu gets a great blazing duet, but he doesn't have a lot of setup. He only has that knock up and the bit of that knock back from the Cho and the Valier respectively. Yeah, Aura will be able to just burn down this Lord real quick. Good thing Greed was able to catch out that Benedetta.
And they did not even secure the mid lane turret because of that. Onic PH, a look at the masterful Greed himself, always diving straight in towards behind enemy lines, waiting for an opportunity to dive in. That is exactly how RPH was able to turn things around earlier on. But will Aura be able to stop this push? I believe that they can, because the wave clear is on their side. Onic PH just needs to start focusing on the mid lane here, on other objectives for that matter. Try to give it a little bit more of a problem here for RPH as JP.
Is it a bait?
Yeah, I feel like it's a bait. Greed looking for an opportunity to use the Hurricane Dance. He's not going to be able to do so just yet because Onic PH recognizes that if they fight and they lose the game.
First series of the day. One of the El Clasicos of the Philippines, Aura and Onic. The story, the rivalry, just adding another chapter, but the chapter isn't done with being written just yet. It's going to be up to Jay and Greed to get some good setups here. We were talking about how Jay and Greed aren't exactly the all-star tanks that you think of, but man, are they good.
They are.
Man, do they know how to do their jobs to just position and set up, but Greed might get caught out here.
And they finally know where Greed is, so they know where potentially a backline pin with the Hurricane Dance is coming. The Lord, though, is an objective that both of these teams want. 1 minute 40 seconds left before the Lord starts spawning, and Onic PH wants to equalize everything. They're pushing all over their lane.
Hurricane Dance?
The Hurricane Dance onto the Lord. Jay looking for an opportunity to Jeet Kundo at least 2 members and kick somebody in towards the side of Onic PH. Not going to happen. They just want to secure the Lord here for themselves in order to make it a little bit easier for them to start pushing in.
Lord is the name of the game, but I think it's going to hurt Onic at one point that they haven't taken down the Tier 2 or Tier 3 of Aura just yet. That mid lane is strong for Aura PH, which means that they're going to have to send people onto the bottom side to try to push that out. But if they push out a little bit too early or at the wrong time here, they might lose one man who can potentially be a game changer, the help that they needed to secure that Lord. Onic has to play this right. Again, the existence of that Tier 2 tower in mid could be what could change the game here for Aura PH.
Now we're looking at some of the carries that we have right now. We got the Claude, and now we have the Lancelot onto Hades. Wasn't much of an impact in the early game, but now starting to slowly become a problem. Now all we need to do here is to wait and see who is going to prioritize the Lord. We are seeing a little bit of a lane cutting by D-Lar there just to start applying a lot of pressure. But Kyrie is lying in wait in the bottom side brush.
Oh, Kyrie.
The moment that Aura decides to fight for the Lord, Kyrie's going to start pushing in.
Again, it's a tough call here now for Aura. How are they going to play this? Brody's going to be left around, left in the back to defend this. Uranus is just going to hang around there, but here comes Onic.
Yeah, Greed gets a little bit of a brunt of the damage there from Iaknu. Not really amounting too much. Still waiting for that Lord. The Lord is now up, but Onic just wants to be a little bit more sure. Benedetta's out of the fight because she needs to clear out the wave on the top side, but they do catch Jay. The Hurricane Dance does not catch him. He's going to go for the Hurricane Dance, wave the Dragon onto Greed, and now that's one crowd control out for at least a couple of seconds. Benedetta slowly pushing on over towards the top side. On the bottom lane, though, it's a D-Lar Benny Cutie special, as D-Lar is applying a lot of pressure in the bottom lane.
It seems like the life of Aura PH here rests on Benny Cutie being able to hold down that middle lane. Onic, though, might want to stretch this out a little bit more, maybe wait for Jay to have that flicker. If we're going to have a team fight for this Lord, Jay might be one of the only casualties, or the first casualty here for Onic PH, not having his main escape tool here. He'll still have that Jeet Kundo, but he'll want to use that Jeet Kundo to set up. So Shunpo is going to be his only way out. Maybe even the Wave the Dragon, he can land a kick to the back line.
Yeah, Jay gets caught. Green's going to get bursted out here, but the Thorn Road's not deterring anybody. Pops the Immortality. Good. And here comes the Black Dragon 4 and the Salmon Force, and a lot of skills are being thrown left and right. The Blazing Duet does bring Hades down to half HP, but it doesn't amount to much. It's just Green falling down in that team fight.
Now, one of the problems here for Onic PH is that they do not have hard catch for that Harith, as the Lord is getting taken here by Onic, but it seems like they don't need that catch, because Greed getting taken out and spotted out that early may have just cost Aura the match here, but they're going to try to defend this out yet again. They have the firepower. They have the sustain. They have the Yuzhong. They have the Akai to set up. JP is going to be really hard to catch here. Onic don't need to do much to make this work. They have the Enhanced Lord marching in. They can end it here. They really need to watch their positioning, and Iaknu needs to land a game-changing Blazing Duet. The good thing about the Aura PH lineup is that you have Hades on that Lancelot, who uses the Thorned Rose to avoid damage. Once he's back on the map after using the Thorned Rose, he can just use the Phantom Execution to do something, change the game to possibly win it for Aura PH. But then they also have Benny Cutie's damage.
Yeah, but Onic PH is already poised at the side of Aura PH. This mid lane turret's going to go down. Top lane and mid lane, the next ones in line here. D-Lar in the back line trying to disrupt JP, doing what they can to clear out the minion waves. Meanwhile, on the bottom side of things, D-Lar and Kyrie are starting to push with the Lord, but they don't have any minion waves pushing in over towards the top and the bottom side, so they're not applying a lot of pressure for now.
So much wave clear by Aura PH. Onic PH couldn't do anything, or couldn't get anything out of that push, actually. Yeah, they were able to get the tier 2 turret, but then that was it.
Another Zama Force committed. Jay tried to go for the Wave the Dragon inside, not finding anybody. They need to capitalize on the little openings that Aura PH has in here. Onic PH still not wanting to back down. D-Lar once again in a bit of a scuffle with Benny Cutie in the bottom lane, because he's been doing a good job pushing in forward this bottom lane.
Onic PH using the Aura Fire stickers against Aura. And now with this mid-minion wave coming in, Iaknu might go in with a ball. Beautiful knock up!
Green, and he manages to make it out there. And now that's Jay going down, but D-Lar low on HP. This is really bad for Onic PH, but they managed to just get out of there with Jay, the only member going down. D-Lar is low, being chased down by Greed and JP. He will not oblige them of any further openings as the Hurricane Dance connects onto Hate, and then JP will burst him out, but goes for the Winter Truncheon. The Zaman Force is committed once again. D-Lar and Iaknu forced to use the Blazing Duet. Immortality popped by Hades. Will they manage to secure the kill onto Hades? Yes, but the Immortality once again being popped. Thorn Rose to keep himself alive, but it was way too late. Iaknu still pretty much healthy here in this fight. Will try to survive this onslaught. D-Lar low on HP once again.
JP's still alive.
BMI out of there. Iaknu manages to survive. Will be relocating his efforts towards Kilowash. Kyrie wanting to survive this, focusing on Greed. But let's focus on the task at hand. Iaknu still being chased out by 3 members, buying a lot of time. He's the only member alive here. in this mid lane. Jay will be rejoining them in just a few.
Too many cores, not enough lockdowns. That's the problem of Onic PH right now as they spot out Iaknu. They agreed once again, but the BMI out. Iaknu's alive, but Kilowash from out of nowhere. And Aura Fire forces a game number 3.
Speechless I am. Aura ecstatic they are. It is a close fight. We're seeing a game number 3, ladies and gentlemen.